Hello and welcome again to Grow to Glow. I am Dr. Tashna Walsh, your lifestyle ascension coach and mentor, and your rapid transformational therapist and chiropractor. Today, I was asked to talk about a topic about giving and receiving. If you are one of those people that when you give, you're expecting to receive, then that's good because you will receive if you're giving from a clean, pure, natural heart. But if you're giving to receive, then don't expect that you're going to get anything soon. Now, this topic is dear to my heart because I remember when I first moved to the UK, it was kind of a thing. Not for everyone, but I remember when I go to you go to a cafe or something and you offer to buy somebody a drink, it's almost like they have to buy you a drink in return to make sure the balance, everything stays balanced. So I don't owe you anything and you don't owe me anything because I spent some money on you. You've got to spend the equivalent on me to make sure the scales are balanced. However, I think I've spoken about this before in another video. However, I'm going to get a little bit deeper this time. We give because our heart calls us to really share something, to be selfless. However, the universe is set up in a way where if you're really truly coming from a frequency of giving because it makes you feel good, because it makes somebody else feel good, because it just really lights up the world and make the world a better place, and puts a smile on somebody else's face, which puts a smile on your face. So if you're really giving from that place, that is where the heart of giving is from. And some people say, yes, it's still very selfish. But yes, you have to be selfish to be selfless anyway. But if you're coming from a space where you love yourself enough, where you start loving everybody and you're wanting to share so much about you, the love that you're experiencing within you with the rest of the world, then you're going to come to a place where you want to give. You want to give what it is that is really abundant within you to give, right? So that could be advice, that could be comfort, that could be love, that could be money, that could be anything. What is it that you are thriving with inside? You have so much of it and you want to give it. Now, a lot of people say, I've got so much love to give. But a lot of people need to look within themselves to see whether they actually do have that love to give. Because it's sometimes they say they have the love to give because they're trying to glean the love from somewhere else. So they say, I saw how much, say, for example, they're on a dating app, and they'll put, they'll be having a conversation with somebody they want to get in a date, and they said, I've got so much love to give. I remember I did this, so I know what I'm talking about. And then you go out on this date, and before you know it, you go on another date, and you go on another date, and you start seeing each other. And then before you know it, you start getting a little bit dissatisfied with this that the person's doing and this that the person's doing. But it's not the person you're dissatisfied with, it's yourself. It's that love that you thought you had to give. You no longer have it to give. You're expecting that person to give it to you, but it's not that you have it to give. So check yourself before you say you have love to give when you don't have love to give. So if you're going to be giving, make sure you are pretty generous and loving to yourself first, because that's where it comes from, the art of giving and truly giving. And some people got it, even people who sometimes don't have any money. They're the ones that'll give you their last bread loaf or something because they know what it feels to want something and not have it. And so they're coming from a place of, I don't want you to feel this way. So here you go, take this, feel better, be loved, right? So we want to generate that sort of selflessness in our giving. Don't expect that, oh, I gave them that and they didn't even say thank you, or they didn't even give that back to me, or they didn't even do that. They didn't say thank you. That is still none of your business. If you gave it selflessly, then let it go, because the universe will not bless you if you're putting some negativity on it because you're doing it to get something back. And that's not how it works. Okay? You need to give from a full heart, a clean heart, a really, truly open heart, and really mean it. You should really feel nothing. You want nothing back. And if somebody does give you something back, then you should take that blessing, because you should never say no thank you to a blessing, but at the same time you're not doing it to receive anything. Okay, I remember once someone had tried to give me, they were trying to give me something, and I was like, no, 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 no. And I remember she called me aside. It's like my African mama. She called me aside and said, Tashna, how dare you? I am trying to bless you and you are stealing my blessing. So she's blessing me, but at the same time, because I'm not receiving her blessing, I'm stealing from her at the same time. So when somebody is coming out of their heart and they're truly coming to bless you, just remember, you rejecting their blessing, it's almost rejecting their blessing, is almost then putting a spanner in the works for them. I'm not sure it does work like that, but that's how she felt it was working, which meant it would work like that for her. So I'm not saying you have to get into people's belief system, but I'm saying is that when somebody gives you something from their heart, receive it. The universe has sent them your way to bless you with something. It doesn't mean you have to give them something in return. And if that's what they're expecting, then you should be able to sense that. You should be able to sense that. And and most of the times when you're not sensing that, you receive it 100%, and the gratitude that you give them is enough. If then in your heart you feel like, oh my God, you're moved by something you saw and you think that would really bless them, not because you want to repay what they gave you, but you just want to bless them because you love them and you appreciate them and everything that they've done for you, then go ahead and do that. Make sure all of it is coming from a place of joy and peace and calm and, and love. It's not puffed up, it's not boastful, it's not contentious in any way. It's just pure joy, it's pure benevolence, it's pure sweetness. Okay? So that's where giving comes from. Now, giving also comes from sharing. If you're doing something that's really enhancing your way of seeing life, your way of going through life more successfully, you're called to share that with someone, right? In some way, whether you're going to share a nugget that you learned, or a book that you learned about, or someone that taught you the thing, then don't try to go, you know what? I'm going to keep this to myself because then it's going to make me feel more advanced than somebody else. Because in you feeling like that means that you are feeling limited and diminished and insecure in yourself. So if you're feeling like that, something that you need to work through. If you feel that if you share something with someone, they're going to become more advanced than you. Sharing completely from your heart. Because I remember doing this. I remember these little nuggets. And I remember seeing, working through my abundance and realizing that I cannot get abundance if I'm not coming from pure love, right? If I'm not coming from unconditional love, not the kind of love that you have now again and you withdraw it. Just pure love. If something is elevating you, chances are it will elevate someone else. So share it, right? Don't say, oh, they probably won't like it, or just share it. If your heart says share it, do not suppress that feeling. Truly go with it and share it. Okay? We are called to take care of one another. We have been programmed in society to be one person. This is me. This is my stuff. This is what I do. And everything else is apart from me. It's all very competitive and it's all very locked off. And we're not meant to be like that. Yes, you're an individual doing your own thing, but another person's and another individual doing their own thing. Then the universal force, energy, the field works through all of us in a unique way to each of us, right? And we all bring a message, we all bring a unique message to the world. And you can't get that uniqueness from that person, and they can't get it from you if you're not interacting with each other, right? Everybody has a story to tell and a lesson for you to learn based on what their story is telling, right? So when you come in contact with people, you're meant to be in contact with them. So ask, Why are we here? What's the lesson I'm meant to learn? Are we meant to be together for a long time, for a season, right? And you can feel it, right? So try to be open, keep an open heart and an open mind, and allow the universal energy to flow that unconditional love through you so that you can find the things that are for you, the things that are in alignment with your dreams, your goals, your desires, and you can be attracted to the right people, opportunities, places, experiences to give you a full life, the fullness of life. And how we do that is basically we start giving love to ourselves first so that we have more than enough, more than abundance spilling over so we can give it to others. All right? Give, give, give. The more you give, the more you receive. So work on that abundant giving from yourself, for yourself, and see your whole world turn around. Everything will change for you. Okay? Sending you lots of love. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't. Share this channel with a friend and also like the video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, stay light, stay bright. Talk soon. Bye.